The score is Lukasiewicz. And I think before we get started, we've got a number of flags, but if we could stand and sing all the national anthem together. Fencebusters will face the field. Just a reminder, we've got concessions available here, and we always get us open after the game.
Coming up to bat for the red jersey team, Farwell will be Tim, the tank chair, far boy on deck, taking the hole. You're ready. Right here. Morning early. Fair ball. Fair ball. Get it. Cemetery. It's in the cemetery. I lost ball already. Game over.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to be here. I'm an old, over the hill of ball player, but just to reiterate, we're going to go through the things that made baseball famous. Everybody remembers or knows of Harry Carey, so that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go through the same motions, and I want you all to bellow her out. Get some of that stuff out of your lungs, okay? A 1, and a 2, and a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, so just root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Thank you. Just a few little words, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people think this is silly why we had this thing of baseball in Farwell. There's so much history behind this. A lot of you don't know this. We had a gentleman in your town who was a big pusher of it. His name was G.A. Dilla. They organized this league in 1910. And it went on for many years. I think the last year it ran in baseball was in the 60s. But during that time, we've had oodles and oodles of good talent. There's one thing you always say, maybe they're born 10 years or 20 years too soon because there was major league material out here. And there was. We had one guy from this hometown. His name was Norman Petersen. he went and played in the Cardinals chain system. And at the time, they called up Stan Musial. It was between him, Norman Petersen, and Stan Musial to go to the Cardinals organizations. And you know the rest of the story of Stan the man. I was fortunate one time here, my service days in Leonardwood. I was there one Sunday afternoon. He had 4 home runs in a doubleheader at the old Sportsman Park in St. Louis. I played with guys that played pro ball. I played with fellows that it was like intramural. We had a base team, and the guy who managed the base team was Whitey Herzog. And you know about Whitey Herzog. He did well here in the majors of managing. And he had another player that I know he did well. I think he was a coach with the Tigers, is Bud Black. He was a good pitcher at that time. But so many things, and I had the opportunity to play a lot of guys that were in the classes lower in baseball. You had so many guys down there, when you get 50, 60,000 people, you know what the outcome is. The people and talents that's there. So on with baseball, I played till I couldn't. I played till I was 50 years old. But on and on, we have, why it's so close to our hearts, we've got guys that their relatives are out here today playing. I talked to a good friend of mine the other day. His name was Norbert Dershinsky. And he's seen his brother keep the scoreboard down to one of the parks. We have about 3 parks, but the one famous one was taken over was they called Davinsky Field. Out by Highway 92, as you go out of town, down there in the ravine, that's where the ballpark was. And it was a beautiful setting. It had about 3 big old cottonwoods. It didn't matter how hot it was, you kept cool. So like I say, they had a lot of relatives. We had one that went to Uncle Vine. He went to California. He played with the old Los Angeles Angels. We had another one that played with the San Diego Padres, Donald Kipp. So there's a lot of memories, a lot of tie-ins here. So you wonder why to some of us older guys, and to Randy, who's did one hell of a job. And I think he's been torn down by others that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So give applause to Randy, especially for the Sherman-Howard League. Thanks, Randy.
Thanks, Larry. I mean, we're really fortunate to have someone here who's played it, remember it, and such a connection to not just the town, but to the players and stuff. And I know there's a couple other guys that had played here before. I think Fritz is here. I see Fritz.